Hello, my name's Linda. Welcome to my channel. If you want to learn how to cook quick meals, save money, and disguise your veggies so your kids will actually eat them, subscribe to my channel. Now, I have a disclaimer. All products mentioned and used in my videos are not sponsored. They're just the ones that I like. If you have a favorite brand, use your favorite brand. And I want to thank everyone that's been making suggestions. If you have more suggestions on what you want to see next on my channel, please submit it to the comments below. I will get them on as soon as possible. Thank you. Enjoy the video. This video, I will be doing prime rib soup. Whatever leftover prime rib bones I had with whatever meat I could salvage is going in the soup pot. Now I'll add beef stock to it. But before I do the beef stock, I'm going to do the veggies. We're going to chop up some celery, onions, garlic, turnip, carrots, green beans, parsnips, and corn. I have a can of diced tomatoes I'm going to be adding to the pot too. We're just going to start chopping the veggies now. Now I'll put this pot on the stove. The first thing I'll do is the corn. It don't matter what veggie you start with. They all got to be chopped up. Now I'll show you how to do it. You're just going to cut it like this, straight down off the cob. This is not cooked corn. It's raw corn. So you just do it like that. That's all you got to do. Now the reason why I'm doing prime rib soup is because I had the bones. Nowadays, it's hard to get soup bones because it used to be free years ago, but now they want to make extra money off the soup bones. So now they charge, and it's hard to find a roast with bones. So when you do, you take advantage of making soup. That's a frugal way of doing things. Now, I'll put that in a bowl, and I will be on to my next veggie. Now I'll show you how I do my green beans. I cut off the ends because we don't want those on. Get them all lined up together so you can do it really quick. I already washed them, so you just cut them into pieces for your soup. That's all you got to do. I'll be back for the next one. Now the next vegetable will be my parsnip. They look like a white carrot. They're actually pretty bland in flavor, so whatever flavorings you put in your soup, it'll take on the flavor of the soup. So first you gotta skin it. I don't have a potato peeler, so I do it with a knife and I just scrape off the skin. After you get that all done, I'll be back to chop it. Now we're going to just cut it up. These are a little bit on the tough side. When you get to the bigger section, you're going to have to cut it in halves to fourths. See, I wanted smaller pieces than that, so I stack them and chop them. That's the easy way to do it. You can also do it this way too if you want to do it that way. But watch out for your fingers. You don't want to take off your fingers. That would not be a good day. That's an easy way to get out of cooking, but it actually is a hard way too. I kind of need my fingers. So, I'll be back after that's done. Now we're going to clean the turnip the same way. You just scrape it, and it'll come off. I'll be back after I get it cleaned. Now I'm going to chop the turnip. I'm going to slice it into slices. Then I'm going to cut the slices into smaller pieces. I stack it on top. Just cut it. Now, here's a little trick that you can do for your kids that don't like veggies. What you can do is get your trusty blender out and liquefy them. Run it through a sieve so they can't see any veggies in there, and make sure it's really liquefied before you do that. That way they get veggies in there without even knowing it. You can actually do that with elderly people that's having a hard time chewing. Yeah, you can chop it up and then liquefy it in a blender. That way they can eat more veggies and get more nutrition value in their diets. So you're just going to rough cut it any way you like. And I'll be back after I get done cutting. Now what I'm going to be doing is adding some water to the stock pot. You don't have to be accurate measuring it because it's soup. 1 cup water. Don't worry, I'll be using my Better Than Bouillon Beef Base. Right now I'm just adding water. 2 cups. 3 cups. 4 cups. Yeah, we need more. Yep. There's no real measurements. This is a 5th cup. Now, I'll put another cup in. So we got 6 cups of water in there right now. Veggie that's up for cutting would be the celery. I cut that white part off. And then I take my knife and slice it down this way because I want it smaller pieces. Then I turn it over and just cut it down. That's all I got to do for the celery. Now as for the amount of veggies, put in whatever you like. If you don't like one, leave it out. If you like other veggies, you can throw it in. I got the celery. I got to chop up the onions, garlic, and carrots. Love to do. But before I do all that, after I get the celery, I'll bring you back and show you the bowl of veggies. In this bowl, I got the turnips, green beans, celery, and corn, and I have the parsnips in a different bowl. I put the parsnips in water to prevent them from discoloring. I'll show you that bowl too. That is the parsnips. Now I'll do the onions and garlic and carrots. All I gotta do is clean them and chop them. I'll be back for those. Now I'll be adding the tablespoon of Better Than Bouillon into there, and I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. I'll get my other spoon now, my mixing spoon. Oh, I mixed that up. All the veggies that I already chopped up so far, I'm going to put in the pot. So, this is a big bowl of veggies. And here is the parsnips. I still got a few more to add. Now I'll clean the carrot. I got the baby carrots, and I clean it the same way I do the big ones. I just scrape it like that. Get off all the stuff after you wash them. And then cut them up. So I'll wash it again to get the shavings off, because we don't want it in the soup. Then we just chop it up. There we go. That's how we do that. The next will be the onions. So what I do is I cut it in half this way. And then I remove that outer skin. There we go. That's ready. And then I remove the outer skin on this one. And then I'll just chop it up. Turn it over. And just rough cut it. Just make sure you watch out for your fingers. And then I'll add it to the bowl with my carrots. I still gotta add the tomatoes to it too. And I got a jar of tomatoes. I should say not a jar, a can. Because you gotta have tomatoes in soup. Yeah, I just chop it up. I'll be back. I'm gonna do my garlic now. You put your whole body weight onto the clove with your knife and smush it. And it'll come out real quick. The more weight you put on, the easier it'll get off. So I got it peeled. Now I'll send it through the garlic press. I like this garlic press because it works real good. There we go. I'll put my other one. In this bowl I have my onions, my carrots, and my garlic. I'll be adding some tomatoes to it too. So we're going to be going to the stove now. Now I'm going to add the diced tomatoes. There we go. Now I'll see if I need a bigger pot. As you may have noticed, I switched to a bigger pot so I can finish adding the rest of the veggies. So this is my bigger pot. And that's the rest of the veggies. Now I'll stir everything up. And yes, I'm making a huge pot of this. I'll bring you around so you can see it. This is what it looks like in a different pot because I ran out of room. I needed a bigger pot. Now I turn it on. And I will be adding the spices that I like. Since it's going to be beef flavored already, and it has onions and garlic in it, all I'm going to do is add parsley flakes and black pepper to it. I'll be adding that. I'm actually going to add a little bit of onion powder to it, even though we have onions in it, and some garlic powder. About the same. And then just stir it up. We'll let it go. It's cooking. I'll be back later on. Now, all I did was take off the meat, the good meat, and left the fat behind. And now I'm going to add some noodles to the soup. I added some noodles to the soup. Now I'm just stirring them in and cooking them until they're tender, which will be about 10 minutes. That's what the soup looks like. This is what it looks like when it's done. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.